We are recording, so thank you all for joining us tonight. I'm excited for another weekly team call. Tonight we are talking about mindset, which is so important to your business. You just have no idea how much what your internal dialogue is with yourself really matters in this business. So we're going to go into some tips and tricks about mindset tonight. First, I wanted to talk about a couple minutes worth of administrative stuff. If you haven't met me before, I'm Melissa Kramer, so welcome. I'm so excited to have you on the call and on the team. And like I said a minute ago before we were recording, I am glad to see some new faces on here, so welcome. Glad to have you. So we do these calls every Monday night at 9 Eastern, 8 Central. Same place, same Zoom link every week. So if you don't know where to jump on, just come right back to the same link every Monday night at 9 Eastern. They're always different topics. We have 2 contests that end tonight at midnight. Midnight Eastern is the time that the month ends every month, and it ends on the calendar day at the very end of the month. So a Plexus month is exactly your calendar month on the Eastern time. So at midnight, 11:59 Eastern tonight, the month ends, and so do our contests. So we have 2 contests going on our team right now. We have the customer contest, which started on Valentine's Day and went through the end of the month. And that was for everyone to get new customers. And then anyone who was brand new got double points for your customers, or anybody who had never gotten a customer before. And then also, we have a bingo contest going on, and you've probably seen a bunch of people putting their bingos out there tonight. So look today and see if you have gotten a bingo, and if you have, add that to that thread. So tomorrow or later in the week, I can go through that and pick our winners, usually done with a randomizer. So those are 2 contests that are ending. 2 other important things. We have 2 upcoming parties / calls this Wednesday, so 2 nights from now. At the same time, same place, same Zoom link, we are going to meet, and that is an event we call our Zoom Facebook party. And you are able to invite family and friends to join us, same time, same place. And what we do is we go through live testimonies and a PowerPoint presentation that talks all about the products in the business for Plexus. So it's a great way to get information in front of somebody, and you don't have to be the one that presents it. We can have up to 100 people on the call. So feel free, if you are new especially, to jump on the call yourself, because you're going to learn a lot. And then also everyone is open to inviting their family and friends to join us on that call. So that is this Wednesday at 9 Eastern. If you have not seen that on my Facebook page or have not been invited to the event, ask your upline to tag you in that, or ask your upline to just add you to the event. There's a Facebook event for it, and what we do is you can add your family and friends to that. Once a day I give testimonies, and then it will remind them an hour before the event's actually going to happen. On Facebook, they'll get a notification, your event's about to happen in an hour. They'll get the Zoom link. Everything will be right in that Facebook event, so they can just pop right on here on Wednesday at 9 Eastern, 8 Central. The other thing is, if you are brand new as of January or February, then, or even into March, because March will start and this will be available to new people then too. On March 8th, which is not this Thursday, but the following Thursday, so a week and 3 days from now, there is going to be a Facebook party. And what that is a Facebook event, and you can join the event and then add your family and friends to that event. And it is posts that go every 3 minutes from 9 Eastern until just about 10 Eastern. And we post about the products, we post testimonies, we post about the business. All someone has to do is grab their phone and start scrolling. And so they don't have to go anywhere. They don't have to even figure out Zoom. They don't have to pick up a telephone to dial a number, nothing. All they do is get on Facebook and scroll through, and they're able to see product and business information and testimonies. So if you are new, January, February, or into March, for those who will see this later, or if you have new people who join in the next week and you want to invite family and friends to that, I posted the link today on my team page, or message me or message your upline, and we'll get you added to that. And it is specifically for new people, because those who have been around for a while already know how to run these calls, and so they can do them themselves. But I want to do one for everybody who's new. Once you've seen one done, you could totally do it again and invite even more friends to that. So it's a great way to launch your business without having to go anywhere, which is kind of awesome for those of us who have a lot of kids and such. So March 1st is tomorrow, so yay, happy March. We are almost there. I'll be asking for goals. So when you start a month, you should always consider what your new goals are. And then I can't give away any secrets, but we have huge, huge, huge contests coming in March. Enormous contests, like blow you away contests. So it's going to be a very exciting month. And so I'm super excited about that. And that will be coming out in the next 48 hours-ish. So just need to finalize a few things on that. So yay, awesome. I'm so excited. Okay, so Crystal is going to give her testimony, and she has an amazing testimony for her and her family. Oh, I hear myself. And she is going to share now. So go for it, Crystal.
Okay. Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So I just found out that I was doing this, so I don't really, have like a lot to say, but I think it is kind of different from last time. I started back in May of last year. My littlest is 3, but she was 2 at the time, and she had this dairy sensitivity. And we had been to a nutritionist, an allergist, and her just regular primary care doctor, and they had told us to start her on a probiotic because she wasn't allergic to anything. It was just like breaking her out in this rash. And so my friend Melissa from church told me that Plexus had this great probiotic, and I just ignored her for a while. And then I researched it a lot. And then I finally went to the doctor and had it approved. And they said it was really great. And so we started her on that and the BioCleanse. And then we also started her sister Ava, who was 6 at the time, on both of those as well. And within just a couple weeks, her rash was gone. And now we've reintroduced more foods to her, dairy foods back to her. So she started like just eating like the cookies and the stuff that was made with dairy. And then she started cheese. And then just like last week, she started yogurt again. So she's very excited. We started her like on the baby yogurt. So she really wants to she wants all of the yogurt now at Publix, So she's very pumped about that. Her sister has eczema and allergies, and it really tends to help with that. And Ava was like super constipated all the time since she was a baby, was on Miralax, like in her baby bottle. And she's not on that anymore. She goes every day, and she doesn't skip school or sit in the bathroom for hours. And I'm like hoping she doesn't come out the door because she'd be really mad if I was telling people that, but good thing. I started at the same time on the triplex, and so did my husband Chase. And then a couple days, I just noticed that I was not tired anymore. I slept great. I remember just telling him, I really did not realize how tired I was until I wasn't tired anymore. So no crash. I kind of stopped drinking coffee. Sweet. I was really addicted to sweet tea, and I don't drink that anymore at all. I think my family's disowned me. I don't make it anymore. We don't really eat sugar anymore. I just crave healthier foods. I ran a marathon, and it totally helped with balance my sugar out during the whole thing. I actually drank my Slim during it, and it really helped not crash that, hit that wall. Chase started the same time. He noticed a lot of the same great things, but he also stopped having PTSD nightmares, which were really bad for a while. They were very consistent, and I don't even remember the last time he had one. It's been so awesome. I signed up for as an ambassador because wholesale pricing, but I swore I was never doing anything, and I just recently sat in a 9-hour training, I think. So I never thought that I would do that, but now I'm almost gold, hopefully this in March, and I'm paying for a mortgage, and it's really great because I just stay home, and I would never have thought that I would ever contribute to my family financially, because I was really born to be a mom, and that's kind of what I wanted to do, and I didn't want to take time away from that. So I love that I can do this together, be a mom and do this. It's great.
Sorry, I muted myself. Yay, I love that. And I don't think you shared that Chase is a Marine.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, so that's where the whole PTSD night
from. Yeah, and it was years of this probably. 3 years ago he came back from Afghanistan. Yeah, before Ella was born, and so it's good stuff. Stop.
Is he mad at you?
Yes.
Sorry, Chase.
Yes, go away.
Oh, so funny. Awesome.
He wanted me to tell you that he's lost some inches. And he's very proud of that.
He has. That was more important to him than the PTSD nightmares.
Very important. And now he shares too, like everywhere he goes. You know, all his Marine buddies, they would like Plexus now.
That's so funny. And you did tell me, I am never sharing with anybody. I am never working this business in any way. And then you sat with me through a 9-hour training and went and going to convention, right?
Yes, convention. And Chase is even going to convention with us.
Yay. It's going to be fun.
No, it's great.
That's awesome. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Okay. Okay, so another awesome testimony, and I love that they are always so different. You know, if you have never thought about children in Plexus, it's definitely something that's worth thinking about and worth investigating. My children have seen huge benefits as well as Crystal's in all different kinds of ways, anxiety and all kinds of things in our house as well. So it is awesome. Okay. So tonight we are talking about mindset and how much your mindset really matters in your business. And so we were at this training the other day. It was 9 hours, and it was by a lady named Leslie Zann, Z-A-N-N. She's amazing. If you have not followed her on Facebook or gone to her website to get signed up for her blog, you should. But she does a lot on mindset. One of the biggest things that she must have said 10 times, I swear, is that the past doesn't matter. So many people think about what they can do in this business based on what they've done in another MLM, what they've done in life up to this point, what they haven't done before, you know, whatever it is, the past failures, the past, you know, oh, I've never had a job before. Oh, I don't know, you know, this, or I'm not good with talking to people, or, you know, all these negative things that you can say about yourself in the past. None of that matters. Another way to look at that also is if you haven't, you know, say you've been with Plexus for 6 months, but you haven't done anything with the business by choice. You just haven't chosen to do that. You don't need to look at the last 6 months and go, well, gosh, I can't start this business now, you know, or I didn't, you know, have any new ambassadors join my team. Well, I haven't had anybody join my team in 6 months. Nobody's going to join me now. Okay, the past does not matter. What matters is today and everything into the future. So if you stake yourself in the ground and say, you know what, as of today, I'm serious about this business. As of today, I can be a mom and a business owner. As of today, I can learn to talk to people, even though it's terrifying, you know, whatever. And then start to work on those things. Don't let the past hold you up and be something that drags you down. She gave great examples of, you know, if somebody has never signed an ambassador and finally decides to work the business after 6 months, what do? They make a goal to sign 2 or 3 new ambassadors and go silver. Or say you already were silver and you haven't worked the business in 6 months since then. Go silver again. And you're going to build a new story that is going to be able to be shared. Hey, you know, I've staked my thoughts in the ground and I decided I was doing this, and within 30 days, I had signed 3 new ambassadors, and I had done this, and I had done that. Tell your story from today going forward. Don't worry about what the past has to be said, you know, what you have to say about the past. So why do people fail in multi-level marketing, and why do people fail in Plexus? There is one main reason that people fail in multi-level marketing and in Plexus, and that's because they give up and they quit. We have ambassadors who have gone silver in a week. We have ambassadors who have gone silver in 6 months. They both went silver. You could choose to give up after a month or 2, and clearly you could claim the business doesn't work. These products don't work. None of this works. Or you can fight through that and get to the point where you just keep on keeping on and not quit. If you don't quit in a business like this, you're going to talk to enough people. You're going to have enough experiences. You're going to get enough training, whatever it is, to succeed in this business. And you can look around and you can see people. I have a friend, Susan. It took her 2 years to turn gold. But you know what? She turned gold. She could have quit after a year and said, I can't do this. And where would she be the next year? The year would have passed, but she would have wasted that year away. Instead, she kept working that year, and now she's gone gold and potentially could go to senior gold much faster than, another 2 years, because she's got that momentum and she's moving. But the thing that she didn't do is she didn't fail because she didn't quit. Another thing that they talked about this weekend was that failures actually help you to move forward. You move through a failure. Failures don't set you back. Failures help to push you forward. Every single one of us is going to fail in some way. You can't look at a failure and go, oh my gosh, I just went back like 17 steps, or I'm just totally going the wrong direction, or this is not going to work. I failed when I tried to do this party and no one showed up. That's not a failure that means that this is not going to work. That's a failure that you look at and you go, okay, I'm going to fail forward from this. I'm going to figure out what I did wrong, and I'm not going to do it next time. I'm going to figure out if I needed to invite more people. I'm going to figure out if I had it on the wrong day or at the wrong time. Maybe I invited people just by spamming them all into the event instead of personally inviting them. Whatever it is, you look at it and you go, okay, I'm going to learn from this and I'm going to move forward. No failure is a failure unless you just quit. And it all ties back to that. You're only failing if you're quitting. Otherwise, you're failing forward, which is good. We're all going to fail forward. Every single one of us is going to make mistakes. We're human. This is what we do. But we can grow through that and we can become better. And your mindset has to be, I'm going to fail forward, not I'm just going to fail and fall on my face and quit and give up. We don't give up. So you have to have a winner's mindset and not a lottery mindset. This is not a lottery, you guys. This is not a sit back and, hey, if I, play this right and post to the right people and the right people see it, I can just sit back and everything's just going to, go crazy and I'm going to be gold in a week. This is a winner's mindset where I'm going to work my way to being successful in this business. Is the work hard? No, not really. But is it work? Yes, you actually have to do it. There are things you have to do in order to succeed in this business. And sitting back and waiting on the lottery is not one of them, because it's not going to work that way. So have a winner's mindset. What does that look like? Winners do whatever it takes. Winners listen to those who've gone before them. So be coachable. Be open to hearing what your upline and your upline's upline have to say. Be open to learning from trainings. Don't think you're better than getting on a training and learning something new. I'm on every training I can be, and I've been doing this for 21 months or something like that. And I still get on every training I can because I'm going to learn something new on every single training. Thinking about being a winner and kind of this whole your mindset, we all know the products work. We know this business works. We know the business and the products work because you can see hundreds, if not thousands, of testimonies of the products working. And you can see hundreds, seemingly, at least 100 highest ranking ambassadors in this company. They're not the exclusionary, this is only going to happen for a few. They are the example for all of us. These testimonies are the example for all of us. So if it's not happening for you with the products, or it's not happening for you with the business, it's not because the products and the business don't work. It's just that you need to be coachable and listen to people and try new things and have a good mindset and work hard at figuring out what it is you can do different that's going to work for you. And that's something we have to coach our customers on and new ambassadors when they join, when they're talking about the products. Just because the products work a certain way for me does not mean they're going to work the same way for someone else. That doesn't mean they don't work. They work. We just have to find the way they work best for that person. So your mindset needs to include determination, discipline, attitude, focus, belief, action, and patience. And patience is huge. I'll go through those again if you're taking notes. Determination. We have to be determined. We have to know that we're going through this to the end. Your mindset is, I am going until I hit, whatever that goal is. For me, it's double diamond, me and my husband, both diamonds. That is my goal. So when we are there, I will feel like maybe I'll have to make a new goal, but I will feel like we have arrived to where I want to be. And until then, I am determined to get there. Discipline. It takes discipline to post on Facebook every day, to push yourself out of your comfort zone. If you are in my Going for Gold group, which is kind of like a trying to push yourself and be more, I've asked you guys to spend 5 minutes a day doing something that makes you uncomfortable. Some of those things are super successful and you're like, man, that was awesome at the end. And some of them are like, gosh, that girl is a good friend of mine and she still has not messaged me back and this is really awkward. But that's okay. And I have one of those right now. Whatever, that's okay. You still have to push yourself out of the comfort zone and you have to have the discipline to actually do that every day because there's no one there to make you do it except for you. There's no one there to make you call people. There's no one there to make you follow up with people except for you. So you have to learn to have the discipline to do that. You have to have the right attitude, which really mindset and attitude, go hand in hand. They're practically the same thing. You have to have a good attitude, the I'm going to do this attitude, the I can do this attitude. You have to have focus. You have to know what you're doing. You can't, kind of forget why this is important to you and, oh, well, yeah, it was important, but gosh, this TV show is so great. I'm just going to go, watch this instead and give up on my goals. You have to have focus. No, I know this is important and I'm going to get this done and then I'll go, give myself a reward with a TV show or whatever it is. You have to have belief. You have to put it into action and you have to have patience. It's going to take time. There are testimonies of people going Emerald in 6 months, Emerald in a year. It can happen, but is that the norm? I mean, honestly, no, that's not the norm. And you're going to see those and you're going to think, oh my gosh, like why can't this just happen to me? And yet if you actually just have patience, which is very hard, especially for some of us, me, definitely, be patient. And then when you actually get to where you want to go, you're going to look back on the journey and go, gosh, that was amazing. And I'm so glad that it happened this way. Or I'm so glad my story can motivate someone else. Or I'm so glad that, it moved as quickly as it did, or it happened in the way it did because I brought these people along, whatever. Like have patience and know that it will happen because again, the only reason people fail is because they quit. So we're not going to fail. It's going to happen. It's just a matter of when. I'll tell you as a side note, in other multi-level marketing companies, they say 5 years is the amount of time that you need to give it to get to the highest ranking or the group of highest ranking. I can't think of the right word, where you're going to be one of the highest ranking ambassadors. They don't call it ambassadors, but into those positions is what I'm trying to say. 5 years. In Plexus, it's around 2 years. So we're in a company where we're going to be moving at a much faster pace typically than others in other MLMs. But what if it took you 3 years? What if it took you 4 years? If you became a diamond in Plexus making $500,000 and it took you 4 years, would it be worth it at the end of those 4 years? Because I can promise you there's probably nothing else you're going to be able to do that you're going to have the freedom and that you're going to work for yourself and you're going to have such a low investment and, it's amazing. There's nowhere else you're going to find this. So even if it took you 4 years, A, you'd be ahead of the market for MLMs, and B, that would be incredible. Okay, so we can have all this mindset ideas and, this is great, rah, just keep your mind right. But obviously there are going to be days when you feel very discouraged. So what should you do when you get discouraged? Because we all do. I mean, I'd be lying to say that, every day is just amazing and, this road towards Emerald is just all beautiful and whatever. No, of course there's hard days. I mean, that's silly. This is life. So what do you do when you get discouraged and you're trying to keep your mindset right and you're just feeling bleh? Okay. Call your upline, private message your upline, voicemail your upline. I voice message Haley and I literally will say, you don't have to reply to this, but I've got to get this out. Blah, 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 whatever it is I have to say. And then it's out. And I'm like, okay, I feel a little better. And most of the time, 99% of the time, she will message me back and we'll go back and forth and discuss whatever, or she'll call me or whatever. Sometimes I've met with her face-to-face, but whatever it is, just getting that out to somebody is great. You just feel better. Do not go to your downline with issues. They need you to lift them up, to support them, to encourage them. They're going to have their own crappy days. They don't need yours on top of that. That's your upline's job. And if you don't feel that you can go to your direct upline, which some of us feel that way sometimes, then go to someone above them. It's just, it is what it is. So you just go to somebody that you feel like you're connected to in the business, and they would understand where you're coming from in the business, and then, they can help you. So call your upline, private message your upline, ask for coffee with your upline, whatever it is that you need to do. Get on a Zoom. Just jump on Zoom. Every single one of you has 40 minutes free of Zoom at any time you want because you have your own account. So jump on Zoom with somebody and just chat, whatever. Use a sideline too if you want, which is someone who's not in your downline but is kind of equivalent to you in the business. Read a motivational book. Go to coffee or lunch with someone successful. And then another huge thing when you get discouraged is to always revisit your why. You have to know why you are in this business. Why are you doing this? Is it because, your family is so much healthier? Is it the money that your family needs? Is it the vacations that you're saving up for you that your kids are, dying to go on? Is it the freedom because your husband has a crappy job, or your wife works a second job, or you don't have the money to pay for your kids' college, or whatever it is that is your why? For me, I have a profoundly autistic, kind of mentally 12-month-old child who is the majority of my why. I want to be able to not think twice and hire a nurse anytime I need to for him. I want to be able to get any equipment I need for him. I want to be able to get any car access, if I end up needing wheelchair access or whatever. I don't want to have to worry about any of that. And when days get hard, you have to think, okay, you're doing this for a reason. What is your reason? And is that reason bigger than this problem today? And my why is so much bigger than whatever problem Plexus and life can give me, that I'm just going to keep plugging ahead, because again, I'm not going to fail if I just keep moving forward. And I know that. So revisit your why. Everybody should have your why up in your, closet, in your bathroom, wherever it is that you go every day. I've got like a walk-in closet that I can go get dressed in, and my why is up there. But my why lives with me. I'm surprised it's not on me right now. If my husband weren't home, my why would be sitting in my lap. So, whatever it is that is your why, write it down, make it so that it's something that's visible to you every day, and that will encourage and support you. If you're a believer, have biblical quotes, Bible verses around your house. I keep Bible verses in my bathroom. I keep Bible verses. the edge of my computer screen is full of Bible verses and just motivational quotes. Mine says, this was a team challenge, and it's a great challenge if you want to do this. I have Post-it, like index cards and Post-it cards, and they say things that are direct, like you are. So here are mine, some of them. I am fearfully and wonderfully made. I am worthy. I am a leader. I am passionate. I am successful. I'm literally like reading you from around my computer, but these are the things I see every single day when I sit down at the computer. That gets my mindset when I sit here. Okay, you are worthy. You are a leader. Do I feel that every day? No. But if these remind me of that, then I'm like, okay, yes, you can do this. You are successful. You are passionate. But it says, I am. Write some cards. I am this. I am that. Write some Bible verses and put them where you will see them. They will help to motivate you and encourage you and give you the right mindset to keep going every day. Some other real quick kind of random things. Don't let challenges kill your mindset. Don't think that we're going to go and have this easy road and there aren't going to be issues. There's always going to be issues. That's just how life is. And I've kind of said that before. Another thing, don't take things personally. And I know for some of you that is really, really hard. If you need to, you need to find a book that will help you to put up those boundaries and not take things personally, and to be able to, actually there is a book called Boundaries, and that might be a great place to start. It is a Christian book just talking about being able to say no, but it's the same thought process of being able to separate yourself from something and say, you know what, she's really mad about the circumstances right now. That's not her being mad at me, or she's really not interested in these products, but that doesn't mean we can't be friends. She really doesn't understand what I'm doing in this business, but that doesn't mean that she doesn't still like me as a person, whatever. When someone blows up at you about products or about the business, because you're going to make people unhappy. I mean, it's just life, you're not going to answer them the way you want. They're not going to like your contest. They're not going to like the way that you somehow took an ambassador they thought they were working with. I mean, things happen. You don't even have to mean to do it. It's life. Don't take it personally. If somebody calls me, oh my gosh, I can't believe this shipping, blah, 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 blah. I know, I totally get it. But at the same time, things happen. I'm sorry, whatever. They're not mad at me. And quite frankly, my whole business is not going to fall apart because one person didn't like the way shipping went. I mean, things happen. You have to be like, okay, I'm going to do everything I can to help you, but this is not going to sway who I am, what I think of this company, what I think of this business, because it's much bigger than one issue, and this is life. I mean, we're just a world full of sinners. I mean, obviously, we're going to have issues every day. So don't take it personally. Don't get frustrated when family and friends choose not to join you in this. I really have very little family who does Plexus, and that's okay. That's their choice. That doesn't make this any worse of a business. Obviously, it's an amazing business. It's great for me. Not everyone is going to have, their mom as their sideline or their, downline and doing this with them. And I mean, that's cool if you do, but that's Sarah Marble. That's amazing, but that's not everybody. And so don't feel like, gosh, my mom told me no and my sister told me no and this is not going to work. No, my mom told me no. My sister told me no. My dad told me no. My mother-in-law is the only one that takes the products. My father-in-law won't take them. Matt, me, and my mother-in-law, that's it. But that's okay because, I mean, hello, I'm very close to Emerald. I don't need mom and dad and sister. It would have been nice. I hope one day they come around, but that doesn't define the business for me. So don't take it, personally again. And last thought before we end, would you hire yourself today? The way your mindset is, would you think you would be a good ambassador to add to your own team? The way you work the business, would that be somebody that you would want to add to your team because they'd be a real go-getter? Or would you look at your own business and the way you run your business and say, gosh, I would not see this person as having potential in this business, or I would not see this person as somebody who's doing, what they need to do, or I would not see this person as someone who actually listens to their upline and does what is suggested to grow their business. You either are somebody you'd want to rehire every day or you are not. And if you look at yourself and you go, yeah, I wouldn't have rehired her today, then make tomorrow better. Make it so that every single day at the end of the day, you can say, yeah, I would totally rehire her. She's awesome. She had a good day. She worked hard. She did what she could, whatever. Make it so that you'd be rehired every day. So that is it. If there are questions, you can post them. Again, don't forget, go out if you can tonight and comment on that customer contest and the bingo contest, because that'll help us to wrap those up faster so that we can roll into March tomorrow. And if you have anybody on the fence and still need a customer, 2.5 hours, so make it happen. Yay! All right, awesome. Thanks, y'all, for being on the call. Glad to have you. Bye, and I'll see you soon. Bye.